Okay, so today is one of those days where it's like I got up, I did a boatload of work. I didn't really sleep at all last night. My sleep has been wrecked. It's just been wrecked. I sleep like 3 hours a night, and then I need to take a nap from like 2 to 6. And that's not working. And, I've put up 3 or 4 videos tonight where I just rant about something for 10 minutes. And I was doing a little housework, and I was just thinking about all the stuff that I've talked about tonight, and the things that have happened in just the last week, the last month, the last year, the last decade, and just the emotional roller coaster of Donald Trump and his dumbass supporters, and they're just reveling in their celebration of cruelty to marginalized communities and to people who they disagree with politically. Their imperviousness to like legitimate, actual, factual information, to like real evidence, and just the emotional roller coaster of the last decade it's taken a toll. It's taken a toll. Um, you know, and as I've talked about on this app many, many times, I am incredibly fortunate in this country, in this culture, in this society. I fully recognize the privileges that I have and that I can rely on and lean on and retreat into if I choose to. And I recognize that most of those privileges are not available to most of the people in this country. Certainly not most of the people on the left. I am a cisgendered, heterosexual, white man with a law degree, a very good income, and I'm not married, and I never had any kids. And so I can do what I want to do. And and that's not available. Those things are not available to a lot of people. And that causes some consternation as well. Because I mean, I earned my law degree, but apart from that, the other privileges that I have and that I experience and that I enjoy and that I benefit from, I didn't do anything to earn them. It's just because of how I was born and where I was born and when I was born. And but I mean, just think about the last week, man. It's like the government shutdown was going on. I'm not a Democrat, but I vote for Democrats because I'm not a sociopath. The Democrats were winning. We all experienced this blip of hope from the election day results a week ago. Donald Trump and MAGA and Republicans got fucking obliterated across the country. People used their vote to oppose Donald Trump. And so, of course, 7 Democrats and 1 independent and Chuck Schumer in the Senate, less than a week later, decided to just drop a fucking wet, splattery defecation over every bit of that hope and unity and satisfaction, and, make an agreement with Republicans to reopen the government. And so it's like we were here, and then Sunday we were here, and we were all fucking angry again. And now it's Wednesday, and we got all these Epstein emails, and we're going back up here. It's taken a toll, and it continues to take a toll every day. As I said at the beginning of this video, my sleep is fucked. It's completely fucked. And just witnessing every day the ICE raids and the harm and the violence and the destruction to people being done on purpose by this government in our name as we continue to pay taxes and fund this shit. And it's just trauma. It's trauma, day after day after day. Watching it, I can only imagine what it's like to experience it. And the hate, just the hate. Donald Trump and his supporters, they hate 65% of the people who live in this country. And they want Donald Trump and his cabinet and his administration to use the power of the presidency and the power of the executive branch of the United States government to inflict pain and harm and suffering and punishment on 65% of the people who live in this country. They want that. It is a feature. It is not a bug. It is what drives them every day. Trump's supporters witnessing pain and harm and devastation being inflicted on people in this country is what fuels Trump and his supporters. They love it. They love it. They love seeing it. They love watching it. They love hearing about it. I mean, just think how these fuckers have treated the trans community over the last year and a half. People who are just trying to live their lives as their true self and under the best of circumstances in this country, face obstacles and challenges every single day that the rest of us can't even fathom. We can't even imagine. And the 400-year history of how this country has treated African Americans and Native Americans and women. And this president and this administration and his supporters want to bring every bit of that back and make it a part of our everyday lives again. It has taken a toll. I'm grateful that I can afford therapy. I'm grateful that I have 2 dogs, even though they're not with me right now. I get them back on Monday. But it's like, God damn, man. It's just like, how is this all going to end? How is this all going to end? How is this going to end? Can all of this end without violence and bloodshed?